Hey everyone, I'm Marlene Hutchinson. Welcome to the Tips for Guitar Playing Success podcast. I'm so glad you're joining me here today because I'm going to be talking about the 10 chords every beginner should know how to play. This podcast is brought to you in part by YoGuitar. Whether you just need a bag to gig with on the weekends, or a frequent flyer needing a flight-friendly TSA Series case, or a dedicated road warrior bringing your instruments on tour, YoGuitar has a solution for you. For the stuff you love, guard it with YoGuitar. You know, when you first pick up a guitar, it can be a little bit overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. That's why in this episode, I'm talking about the 10 chords every beginner should know how to play. It's a great foundation for your music and your journey through guitar. Plus, with these 10 chords, you'll be able to play a lot of songs. And whether you're just picking up the guitar or you'd like to brush up on some of the basics, you'll find this episode is going to help you on that journey. As always, a big shout out this week and thank you to our fellow guitarists joining us from Tanzania, Iceland, Portugal, and Vietnam. And hey, would you do me a huge favor? Would you tap the subscribe button right now? It's the best way to show support for me and for this show. And don't fret, it is absolutely free to tap that subscribe button. It really helps me so I can continue to deliver episodes each and every week on your favorite podcast channels and right here on YouTube. So thank you for tapping that subscribe button. Now, on to today's tip. So, the 10 foundational chords that I think every beginner should learn how to play are A, D, E, C, G, E minor, A minor, D7, A7, and E7. And that's how I like to roll when I'm teaching a new student. I start out with the A chord and then the E chord because I think those chords are easier to be able to play when you're first starting out. And that's what you want to do. You want to start playing right away. So A and E. The next chord I would add in for you is the D chord. The reason that chord is the next chord is because it's in the same neighborhood and family of strings, if you will, that the other two chords are. So it's a little easier to move within those three chords. But, and there's a method to my madness, one of the cool things about learning A, E, and D is that there are 3 chord songs out there in the world, and A, D, and E are a combination of chords that you will absolutely find. So it's going to open up a whole world of songs for you to play. For example, Big Yellow Taxi by Joni Mitchell, and I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For by U2. So you could master the A, E, and D chords and have a wealth of songs and a lot of fun. But I don't stop there. I want you to increase your repertoire. So the next chords that I think are great for you to learn are the C and G. C is the root of music, but it's a little bit trickier to play. So that's why I generally wait till you're already playing 3 chords. So you get the idea that I just got to stick with it, learn the shapes, press hard, and I'll get these chords. So the C's and G's, you have to stretch out a little bit more to get to them while you're pressing hard on the strings. So, of course, it's a little more challenging. But you can do it because as you do it more and more, it gets easier. And what's really cool about expanding your chord repertoire, like with the C and the G, and because you already know the D, is that G, C, and D are another 3-chord combo. So you could be a specialist in those 3 chords and have a great time. Some of the songs you could play with G, C, and D are Sweet Home Alabama by Leonard Skinner and Love Me Do by the Beatles. So by just having these first 5 foundational chords, you've really opened a wealth of music for yourself and hours of playing fun. From here, what I like to do is add on some embellishment type chords, like minor chords, for example, the E minor and the A minor. Minor chords have a woe is me kind of sound to them, and so they help to evoke feelings within the songs. So with the E minor, you'll find that in the song The Boxer by Simon and Garfunkel, and the A minor you'll find in the song Stay With Me by Sam Smith. The last 3 chords that I think are really great for you to know how to play are 7th chords. Now, minor chords, I said, have kind of a sad feeling to them. 7th chords tend to have more of an uplifting feel to them. So they're also great to play in your songs, and they add yet another development or embellishment to what you're playing. So the 7th chords I recommend are D7, A7, and E7. Some songs where you'll find these 7th chords are in Stand By Me by Benny King, Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen, and You Belong With Me by Taylor Swift. So you can see once you learn those first 5 chords, those are the root and the basis of what you can build on, then you build from there. Now, you might be thinking, how am I going to learn all of these? And how am I going to get used to playing them? And how am I going to fit them in songs? My recommendation is that you play chord progressions. That's different chords that you move in and out of. And I've talked about that in a previous episode, so I put that link down in the show notes. Check it out to get more familiar with chord progressions. So grab your guitar and start working on these chords. And once you master them, I think you're going to find that you open up a world of playing possibilities. I hope this episode's tip has helped you to continue expanding your guitar playing skills and knowledge. If you'd like to learn more, please check out the many learning resources available at marlenesmusic.com. Thank you for joining today's podcast, and as I like to say, play on.